I've been living with a man for 5 years now, and we have a child together. We're not married, although he's asked me many times. I just don't want to, probably because I don't really love him. But I can't bring myself to leave. He feels like family, and I adore my son too much to take his father away from him. We have a decent life. Sure, we argue, but it's not often and rarely in front of our child. So my son grows up in a good environment and doesn't sense the lack of love between his parents. The issue is, my partner is very inconsiderate. He's never physically affectionate, and I have to be the one to initiate any intimacy. He doesn't have another woman. That's just how he is. On the flip side, I don't want for anything. He buys me everything I ask for without hesitation, but he never surprises me with gifts. When he did, they were awful, and I often had to return them, which felt like a waste of money. Lately, I've been spending more time with a friend. We trust each other deeply. She also has an older partner who supports her, so leaving him isn't simple. She met a millionaire and had a brief fling with him, but then he vanished. One night, we went to a club and ran into him again. She introduced us, and I could tell he was interested in me, though I wasn't attracted to him at all. He started inviting both of us to his house for dinner, saying there would be 4 of us, including his friend. At first, I wasn't interested. But with my relationship at home lacking excitement, I eventually agreed to go to one of his dinners just to have a break. When a man is into you, it's usually pretty clear. But that night, I honestly didn't pick up on his interest. He seemed interesting, sure, but nothing beyond that. And yes, being a millionaire made him quite a catch. He invited us over again, and by the 3rd time, it was just the 3 of us. My friend confronted him about disappearing and not calling, accusing him of behaving badly since he had promised to call and didn't. Later, we all went dancing. At one point, it was just the 2 of us. He confessed that he really liked me. I reminded him that he was involved with my friend, but I wasn't firm enough. We went outside for a smoke and found my friend exchanging numbers with another guy. He pointed out that they weren't together. After that night, he started messaging me. We began texting back and forth, just casual stuff about how we were doing. He went away for work for 10 days, but kept writing to me. I hadn't seen my friend for a week, and when we finally met, I showed her something on my phone, forgetting about the messages from him. She saw them, got upset, and we stopped talking. My mistake was not telling her that he had been texting me. I should have come clean right away. I was afraid of hurting her, worried she'd think I had stolen him from her. I felt awful. Meanwhile, he and I continued to communicate. Despite my child, he was ready to make our relationship official. Initially, I was thrilled and fell for him hard. But my complicated situation with my partner, my routine with my child, and constant guilt about my friend cooled my feelings for him. I never seriously considered leaving my partner and taking my child to be with him. Everything I did was driven by simple instinct. After a while, I arranged to meet up with my friend. The day before, she had stopped responding to him and blocked him on everything. I went to meet her and lied, saying I'd never seen him again. She mentioned she had asked me about it a long time ago. That evening, we went to the disco and ran into him. They started talking, and when I approached them, he mentioned some dinner we had together. I looked at him and said, "What dinner?" We never went out, and then she walked away. Naturally, my friend realized I was lying, but she didn't show it. He acted rudely and spilled everything. I feel awful. I want to mend things with my friend, but I know all these lies are like quicksand. I don't know what to do. Should I try to forget everything, or should I not explain anything to her? We're adults after all, but I feel this situation is really unpleasant for her.